everybody, welcome back to Balcony TV Miami. We have Wayne Felber with us.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm a little nervous about being here because, like, everything to do with this filming falls into, like, my top 10 fears. Like, bridges. I had to take a bridge to get here. I'm on, like, a balcony with the ocean behind me. I have a fear of the beach. I have a huge fear of people with long hair. Already, like, in the last 2 minutes, like, three of your hairs have gone in my mouth. It's really...
That's a true story.
It's true story. I'm, like, very uncomfortable with that.
Is it clean? Does it taste clean at least?
No, it's kind of salty. I don't know what you've been doing with your hair.
Yeah.
You might want to wash that.
Yeah.
But, and then I almost didn't make it here because I got a little bit of a cold and some congestion, so I just stopped by, like, my local pharmacy, and I was buying some antihistamine. And in Florida... they make you give your driver's license when you buy the antihistamine. I'm like, why are you doing that, lady? I just got like a runny nose. And they inform me that people use antihistamine to make crystal meth.
Definitely.
Yeah, and so they keep track. Like if you buy like 10 boxes in a week, they're like, oh, he's obviously a meth dealer. They don't assume you just have bad allergies. So I told her, I was like, here's my license. When you go back to get the antihistamine, will you get me the recipe for crystal meth?
You did not.
You can't say, I truly did. You cannot ask for the recipe at your local pharmacy for crystal meth.
Yeah, it's like bombing an airplane.
Yeah,
right?
they were like, all right, I'm now banned from my local pharmacy where I've been going for like 20 years. They know me, but they're like, you are not allowed in here because you might not be a crystal meth dealer, but you're a total smart ass and you don't want to be in here. So, but I made it. And I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah, I'm glad I could.
Sorry about the trouble over at the old pharmacy.
No, I almost had to call you guys and say, hey, come interview me in jail.
So that means you didn't bring the meth, I assume?
No,
Okay.
and she didn't give me the recipe for meth, which I would like, because even though I do comedy, like, a lot of guys at comedy shows, they'll sell, like, T-shirts and CDs, but I'm kind of I would call myself like a mid-level comic where I don't have big-time money like the guys that are, headlining all over the world.
Right.
So it would be awesome to be like, hey, after the show, I don't have T-shirts, but I got crystal meth.
Parties at my place.
Yeah, I would just sell packets. I don't even know how they package crystal meth. Like, I would just be like, I got crystal meth. It would be great.
Little gift bags.
Yeah, like, hey, here's crystal meth in my latest CD. So,
Stay up all night, watch that.
Yeah, is that how... Well, you would know how crystal meth works.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's awful presumptuous.
I'm just looking at the
long
beanie,
hair?
the hair.
The beanie, the hair.
The 1980s, like, polo shirt. I'm
That's
thinking this
messed
guy
up.
does
My
meth.
God.
Yeah, the unshaven, which is another one I think. I can't stand the neck beard. Oh, my God. So,
I'm
like,
just hitting like 5 of your top 20 here.
If you guys would have told me ahead of time, send a picture of you, I would have been like, no. It's, like,
But you're stuck
I'm
here
honored
now.
to be the first comic on your show, but no. Not at all. But this guy here, now he's got great facial hair.
This is messed
That's
up.
amazing.
Yeah,
I just
grow
want to like
myself.
sleep in your beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's
Thanks.
Touch
se-
it.
he's
Touch
sexy,
that.
Yeah.
You should touch it.
That's the
Please
only reason
do.
why I'm here.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Yeah. It's not as soft as it looks.
No, but he's pretty. Like, how come my hair is blowing everywhere and yours is, and this guy is like got perfect hair?
And it's blowing like
Just
as
don't wash
in a
it.
part
That's
too.
He embodies the spirit of George Michael. George
There
Michael
we go.
like died and went into his hair and facial hair.
And
It's amazing.
some of his preferences too, even.
Yeah. I don't know where we're going with that. I feel like we just had an intimate moment. Like
We did.
we were like on farmersonly.com.
We're totally done.
Yeah, that's a dating site. I don't know if you know that.
No, it's not.
Farmersonly.com. Yeah, it used to be like Match.com, and I don't even know. There was only like Match.com. And then after that guy's wife cheated on him, I don't know if you know about that.
No.
She met a guy at Match.com and cheated on him.
No.
But now there's like 100,000 dating web apps on the phone and stuff. True story. There's actually one for people with herpes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No lie. I saw it on like,
Herps.com
I
or
was
something?
2
What's
o'clock in the morning. I was at a hotel doing some gigs. I'm like drunk, taking crystal meth, and I see this commercial, and it's like talking about people that have herpes, and it's a dating website. And I was like, okay, I get it. That'd be cool, because like if you have it, you might pass it on to somebody.
But if they already have
But
it,
if they
yeah.
have it, that's pretty cool. But then I started like, their slogan, no lie, you can Google it, but be careful how you Google it.
Right.
It literally said herpes just a bump in the road.
What?
Yeah. True story. And then I got jealous. I'm like, man, I wish I had herpes. No, dude, you know, what's
Get so much
the
money.
herpes medication? Do you know? Like, yeah, you do.
A Breva or something.
Yeah,
right?
he knows. See, now we know. That's how
now
I
we know
weed
who
out
has
who's got the herpes amongst us. Because they say 1 in 3 men get it. I don't have it. You don't have it. And he knows what the medication is.
For sure.
So he's got it.
Yep.
But they literally, like, you ever watch the commercials for that? Like the hot chick, she's running on the beach. The guy's like mountain biking or surfing or parasailing. They're like always good looking and they're always like sporty. And I'm like, holy crap, if I had herpes, I would be out here surfing today.
If only you had.
If only I had herpes, I would be a better athlete.
You'd look better.
Yeah, I
You'd
would
be in
like-
a vacation
yeah, like,
spot
I would
all the
be
time.
The fat guy, you know. So, but I'm excited. I used to be 515 pounds.
Get out.
Really?
True story. Yeah, I'm down to 270. I got on the scale this morning, and I just turned 46. And during my physical last week, I was informed by my doctor. He was like, Wayne, you used to be morbidly obese. Congratulations, you're just now obese.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hoping by next year, if you guys have me back on, I'll be like, hey, here's Wayne Felber. He's the chubby guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
You'll
down
work
to
your way
chubby.
up to that.
Trying to get down to chubby, and then next year I'll come in like a Speedo.
Well, wait a minute.
I do Brazilian, it's okay.
That's one of my fears. Is
That's after you've contracted the
that's
herpes,
one of the
right?
fears that I have. Yeah.
Well, you have a fear of guys in Speedos?
No, no, just you coming back in a Speedo.
Oh, okay.
It's just particularly you.
I would look good in a Speedo
Yeah.
because I am, well, I'm just going to say,
Yeah, he's.
my wife says I'm hung like Shrek.
Yeah. Oh,
See,
nice.
it's
Yeah.
green too.
Yeah.
It is. It's from my first wife. Yeah, she was.
I hope she's watching.
That's a different
I hope so
medication.
too. She actually told me when I thought about doing comedy, I was at a comedy club one night, and we were watching John Panette, who's an amazing comedian, and I said, this is what I want to do. This was like, let's see, I've been doing comedy, as of this week, 14 years.
Wow.
So this is about 16 years ago. I said, this is what I do, comedy. And she was like, oh, you're funny, but not funny enough to do comedy. And I was like, oh, thanks. You just crushed my spirit. So 2 years later, got a divorce, started doing comedy because I'm like, screw you. Got to open for John Panette. And the best thing was we were at a club in Fort Lauderdale, and I told him the story because I had met him the night of the show, and I was like, I want to do what you do. And he was like, you should. And then 2 years later, when I was opening for him, he remembered me. He's like, why did it take you so long to start comedy? Told him the first wife pretty much told me, oh, no, you'll never make it in comedy. He asked for my cell phone and called my first wife, my ex, and she was a huge fan. He's like, this is John Panette, and your husband's opening for me. And then about a month later, I was doing over one of the locations by here was doing a big gay pride festival. There was like 4,500 people in the audience, and I was doing comedy. And her company had a booth at the back of the venue.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, my first wife told me I'm not funny enough. What do you guys think? And they like started yelling obscenities like, screw her. And I'm like, by the way, she's the redhead right there.
No.
True story.
No, really?
True story. I'd never lie
Wow.
about anything.
You've got some good ones.
I do. That's pretty much like I should let you ask questions. Do you have any questions for me?
So
I told you, don't give them.
you've done a lot of big stuff, right? You tour around. You've done some big stuff, right?
Yeah, I've been to Vegas. I've been to Chicago. I've done a lot of clubs. Took a little time off. Had a couple bouts with cancer twice. No big deal.
You overcame cancer,
Overcame cancer twice, and
and you still got the optimistic personality. Wow.
It was great. You know, like my parents actually, when they found out I had stage 3 cancer, bought me like a video camera and an iPod. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I was like, if I get stage 4, maybe give me like a flat screen and a DVR. I was like, I want cancer again. And then I got it a second time.
What'd you get for that one?
Nothing, because like the first time I had cancer, it was like a very rare form.
Right.
And then the second, like 1 in 5.5 million people get it.
Holy shit.
So, yeah. Are you allowed to say shit?
I guess so.
Oh, fuck it. I was kidding. Carte blanche. Let's just start cursing. I have Tourette's also.
Yeah, I see that.
No, but the second time I got it, I got thyroid. And my doctor literally was like, Wayne, if you're going to get cancer, thyroid's the one to get. And I was like, all right. Because I always grew up the fat, unpopular kid. And I'm like, great, now I'm a hipster. You know, they were like,
Oh, snap.
Brooke Burke also got thyroid cancer. I'm like, all right.
Sick.
The same thing as Brooke Burke, who's like a supermodel. This is awesome. So I didn't get anything. They like took me to lunch and we went Dutch. They're like, you're paying half and we pay half.
no.
I was like, oh man. They're like, yeah, because my mom used to be a hospice nurse, so she's like, that's a lame cancer. She's like, they're just gonna give you some radioactive iodine, put you in a room for a week. Like I had to live at the hospital for a week and couldn't go near anybody because you can't hug. And the nurse would just like knock on the door and like, I'm here with your medication. Are you near the door? because you have to be like 15 feet from them so they don't get affected. And I would just be like, no, I'm not. She'd open the door and I'd be like, ah, you got radiation.
Holy shit.
Right.
Well, I'm glad that you made it here.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you made it through the cancer. Sorry about my hair in your sorry about my hair in your
got
mouth.
another one in
Alright,
your
well-
mouth.
Yeah.
I have your DNA now, so I'm going to clone you.
We'll check you.
Well, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
was
You're
awesome.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Check
you.
this guy out.
Yeah, Wayne Felber.
Where can we find you?
I don't have a website because I am horrible at social media.
Oh, wow.
But you can find me on Facebook, Wayne Felber. You can find me on Twitter, @Wayne Felber. You can find me on Instagram, @Wayne Felber.
Great.
And then eventually I'll do a website.
But he's,
yeah,
but he's terrible at social media,
There's
right?
only 2 Felbers in Florida. The other one's my wife. So it's a pretty uncommon
This is
name.
your new wife, not the redheaded bitch,
No,
right?
no.
All right,
She's,
good.
I don't know
All
where
right,
she's
well-
at.
All right,
Well,
perfect.
thank you for staying with us. That was fun.
No, thank
really
you
enjoyed
guys.
it.
It was awesome.
And
Pleasure.
we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching Balcony TV Miami, and tune in every week for more great artists and comedians. Take care.